Welcome.
A very good morning to you, all our viewers. I'm ASP Twinamas Koedesius from Uganda Police Force. That's the Directorate of Research Planning and Development. And with us here is our museum department. We are showcasing some of the artifacts that were used in the ancient policing, ranging from the 1904 to the most recent. With us here is just a few. We really have so many things there, but we just only moved with a few. We are here in Kabale at the stadium. We are calling upon all Ugandans to come and see and learn. With us here we have our old cameras, the Pentax brand, we have the fast communication systems, we have our pencil sharpeners here that were used to sharpen pencils that suspects would record statements with. We have our current, this is more like a baton, it's a traffic light baton. There we have a torch, and we are also trying to showcase some of our uniforms, transition right from the first uniforms to the most current uniforms. Yeah. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much.
I would like to recommend.
We have a museum. It's in Chibuli. That's police, where CID headquarters is. That's where we have our museum. You can all come in and see and view and appreciate what we have as Uganda Police Force. We are very glad to be here with you. Thank you. Tubanirize Kabale, tuli waneeno mu mukolo ogw'amaanyi ogutumiddwa International Museum Day. Tuli waneene Kabale ku kisaawe tugezaako okubalaga ebintu byaffe okuva mu police. Amanya n'eddoboozi bampise ASP Twinamas Koedesius nga ndi musirikale mu police. Ndi ne ttiimu yange waneeno tulina ebintu ebimu ebikadde ebyakozesebwa mu police ey'edda n'eyakaakati nga ku bimu ebintu bye tuleese leero tulinawo ekipande ekiraga ku uniforms ezize nga zambalibwa emyaka gyonna. Wano tulinawo cameras ezakozesebwanga mu kukwata ebifaananyi by'aba suspect, scenes of crime. Tulinawo ebyempuliziganya ng'essimu eyo gye mumanye ennyo. Essimu eno wanyiganga bwoti ne weetoolooza, n'onyiga bwoti ne weetoolooza ennamba. Tulinawo pencil sharpener eyasongolanga ekkalamu z'ebiti abantu ze baakozesanga okuwandiika statement. Tulinawo ettaali eryo erimulika lyakira ddala nga lisobola okulaba suspect bulungi. Tulinawo ne waneeno ebimu ebya traffic eby'enguudo, eno nga bagiyise traffic light baton eyambako owa traffic okumulagirira. Yes, so tubaniriza waneene Kabale nga tulinawo ne kye tufumba. Tulinawo museum proposal yaffe, musobola ogirabako waneeno nga singa buli kimu kiba kitambudde bulungi. Eno yogenda okubeera museum yaffe empya gye tugenda okuteekawo. So ekintu kino tutaddemu amaanyi mangi era nga tusiimira ddala ekitongole kya poliisi ekitaddemu obwesigwa ne kitusinga ne kituleeta waneeno tusobole okulaga abantu nti poliisi buli wamu weeri, poliisi n'omuntu wa bulijjo mu buli ngeri yonna ffe tubeerawo. So olwaleero tuli waneene Kabale era nga tusiimira ddala buli azze n'atulambulako. Tweyanzizza nnyo. Neyanziza nnyo akati ebintu binene ebya poliisi tulinawo museum yaffe eri Kampala Kibuli awali CID headquarters era omuntu yenna yandiyagadde okujja otulaba okujja otulambula oli wa ddembe okujja Kibuli ku CID headquarters obuuza bubuuza nti endagiriro ngenda ku museum era abantu gye bali bajja kwaniriza bakuyiseemu mu bingi nnyo ebisinga n'ebiri wano tetwasobodde kujja na kuba museum tulina biyitirivu twaleeseko ebitonotono bye twasobodde okukwatako naye nga bingi nnyo muleete abaana basome bayige balabe gye tuvudde balabe poliisi eya leero enjawukana eriwo ne poliisi ey'edda ebintu bizze bikyukakyuka mpola mpola tweyanziza nnyo kati omuntu yenna yandiyagadde okujja mu museum yaffe eno okulambula kwa bwereere essaawa ya kaakati tewaliwo ssente z'osasula mujje mulambule mulabe bino ebintu byammwe ng'Abannayuganda yes byaffe ffenna kyekyo.
Hello, my dear friends, tour guides, tour operators who are there. Here is my name, Robert Akampulira, a tourist guide, Amasco Tours. We have come here to exhibit one of the products. Hello guys, here is Robert Akampulira, a tourist guide, Amasco Tours. We have come here to exhibit one of the products that we promote here in Kabale as cultural heritage of the past and the present. Twineyong eti nibacheta oruhazyo okuba abakozesaga okolesha kuro. It was used for making motors when they are practicing to make motors in carving. Then we have other products like this one which was used for hot combing. Eti nibacheta echok na kishochi echok like for hot combing. Then we have amazugo. This one was used by hunters. Even today, it still is used by hunters. Konga nibagakozesa baba nibahiga ebikoko. So it was used to scare away animals so that they can be easily seen on the fringes. So you come, I take you through one of the practice of the Bahesi. We are doing it well here. You can come and tour the place. This is what we are doing as the Bahesi. We have the one who is doing it very well, my brother and gun. You can see we make knives, we make even other products like the stone. We have even some of the products we have not brought them for security purposes because they are sharp. Otherwise, Bahesi we are the one of the products that we promote in Kabale. If you want to promote the Bahesi, you want to see how they make the things, visit Amasco Tours. It is one of the welcoming tour company and it is able to take you through all of this practice they are doing here and experience the nature and the beauty of the culture heritage of the past and the present of Kabale. So thank you very much.
Amanya gange nze Samuel Kizalwa Alfred nga nkolanga chairman wa president wa International Council of Museum mu Uganda. International Council of Museum ejo National Committee yatobwabo International Council of Museum yatandika mu 1946 nga ekigendererwa cha kuteeka museums zonna wamu n'abakozesebwamu okubeera nti tutumbula ebintu ebyobuwangwa mu nsi muno. Olunaku luno olwa International Museums Day lwatandika mu 1977 nga lubeera n'omulamwa buli mwaka ogucelebratingibwa okwogera ku biki ebiteekwa okukolebwa mu museums zaffe okubeera nti tutumbula ebintu by'obuwangwa okubeera nga biyamba abantu. Olwaleero 18 Meeyi lunaku lwa International Museums Day. Olunaku olujaguza abantu bonna abakola mu museum okulaga abantu biki bye bakola mu museum zigasa ki biki abantu bye bateekwa okugoberera okubeera nti ebintu by'obuwangwa bibeerawo nga bitereezebwa bulungi. Kale olunaku luno tubeera n'ebintu bye tubeera nti tulaga abantu biki bye bateekwa okugoberera okubeera nti ebintu by'obuwangwa ebikola ku kalica bibeerawo nga tebyonoonebwa, abantu babitereeza bulungi, na nsonga lwaki museums zibeerawo abantu bazigendemu balyoke balabe biki ebiteekwa okukolebwa okutumbula ebintu ebikwata ku bantu mu buntu bwabwe mu maka gaabwe, okubeerawo bulungi nga bagoberera okutumbula ebintu ebyobuwangwa bwaffe. Kale olwaleero luno olunaku luno luli wano e Kabale mu stadium okugezaako okulaga abantu b'omu region eno ey'e Western Uganda okusingira ddala bamanye nti museums bazigendemu balabe biki ebikolebwa mu museum ezo era lwaki zibeerawo, lwaki zitereka ebintu ebyo ebyedda. Naddala tulina okumanya ebintu ebyedda tulyoke tuconnectinge ku biriwo kati na biki ebinaabeerawo mu future. Omulama gw'omwaka guno mu luzungu guli nti museums museums ziriwo kati mu fluctuating communities kati embeera eriwo mu bantu erigezaako okubeera nti ebintu birina okubeera nti bikuumibwa bulungi obutonoonebwa mbeera yansi, kuba embeera y'ensi egenda ekyuka, naye ebintu bino birina okuweebwa protection ebikuuma nga tebyonoonebwa. Kale ebyo byonna tulina okulaga abantu nti tukuuma tutya ebintu byaffe obutonoonebwa. Naddala waliwo bye tuyita intangible kalica ebyo bintu bibeera nti tobikwatako, naye bye bivaamu stories ezo ze tulaga abantu mu museum mu ebyo ebiri tangible. Kakati tuzze wano okujaguza emirimu gyaffe gya museum tukola tutya emirimu gino, biki bye tukola, lwaki tubikola, abantu balyoke okumanya bibayamba bitya, balyoke bakulaakulane mu mbeera zaabwe ez'obulamu.
Ladies and gentlemen, Chief Guest, my name is Geoffrey. I'm standing in for the Permanent Secretary, Mrs. Doreen Katusime, who traveled out of the country on duties related to tourism promotion. Today marks a significant milestone in Uganda's journey to conserve and promote our cultural heritage and tourism. Uganda began celebrating International Museums Day in 2012, and for 5 years after that, the Ministry of Tourism commemorated the day with a march from Fort Lugard in Orori, Kampala, that was established in 1890 by Sir Frederick Lugard. And this site marks the beginning of Uganda's journey as a protectorate and birth of our museum and monuments history in 1908. The foundation for Uganda's museums was laid in 1903 when Sir Ascliffe Bell instructed commissioners to collect community artifacts aiming to preserve our heritage in the face of growing modernization. This marked a period of enlightenment as Western ideas on faith, reason, and humanity began to influence our communities. Our first heritage legislation, introduced in 1934, was the ordinance to provide for the preservation of objects of archaeological and paleontological interest. Though colonial in origin, it laid the groundwork for heritage protection. After independence, this evolved into the Historical Monuments Act of 1967. At the moment, we have got in place a new law, the Museums and Monuments Act 2023. Chief Guest, we thank His Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda, the Cabinet, and the entire legislature for the support in passing this law into an act. We deeply appreciate your leadership and commitment to preserving Uganda's cultural legacy. The chairman of the community museums talked about the regulations for this act. And I trust Chief Guest, you will respond to his request. After the 5 years since 2012, that is in 2017, the venue for our celebration then changed from Fort Lugard to the Independence Monument, another landmark of national significance. Notably, in 2023, International Museums Day was celebrated in Guru City, while in 2024, it was celebrated in Sorority City, both under the patronage and support of His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda and the Cabinet. Today, the Kigezi sub-region, particularly Kabale, becomes the third region to host this function outside Kampala. We are grateful to the local organizing team, the municipality, and the district leadership for making this event possible. Honorable Chief Guest, the Ministry of Tourism has made significant strides in developing Uganda's museums and the monument subsector, a priority identified under the second National Development Plan, that's NDP2, and aligned with the Uganda Tourism Master Plan of 2014-2024. The plan emphasized product diversification to extend towards average stay from 7 to 14 days. As a result, the ministry began expanding and conserving museums and heritage sites across the country. And these are the key achievements since that time. Right now, we have got 309 heritage sites documented and officially gazetted. Second, 2 regional museums, that is Sorority and Kabale, have been developed and equipped. Sorority Museum was opened last year by Her Excellency the Vice President, and today we are honored that you will be presiding over the opening of Kabale Museum. 3, 20 heritage sites have been detitled, including the Chiwetere site in Kanungu district, Mugaba Palace in Mbarara, Baronyo, Bigobya Mugenyi, and Nakaima. The designs and views of contis for Fort Fort and Arua museums, Kato Samata's Shrine, Baronyo Memorial Site, and Napak Heritage Site have been completed and await funding. Mugaba Palace in Mbarara has been renovated and is now being equipped. It is said to be officially open in August and is expected to become a major regional tourism hub. Number 6, Moroto Museum in Karamoja is at 70% completion level. 7, the World Bank, under World Bank funding, known as the Competitive Enterprise Development Project, CEDEP, the Uganda Museum is undergoing renovation with the new technology features to attract youth, and the reopening is expected in October this year, Honorable Chief Guest. We also developed the Kikorong Equator site, which attracted over 70,000 visitors in just 5 months. Designs for a restaurant and visitor amenities are complete, and further development will be embarked on. Honorable Chief Guest, museums today serve not only as spaces of education and relaxation, but also as platforms for reconnecting with our cultural identity. To stay relevant, we are integrating technology into these spaces to engage young generations and adapt to a fast evolving world. With the continued support and investment, we are confident that heritage tourism will play a central role in achieving our national target of the United States dollars 50 billion in tourism revenue over the next 15 years. Fifth case, International Museum Day, observed annually on 18th May since 1977, and coordinated by the International Council of Museums, ICOM, recognizes the vital role of museums in community well-being and sustainable development. Our ministry's mandate is to implement policies that promote tourism, wildlife and cultural heritage conservation for socio-economic transformation. As part of this, we developed the Museums and Monuments Strategy, that is for 2023-24 to 2029-2030, to strengthen Uganda's cultural heritage sector. This year's celebration is centered on the national theme, Preserving Heritage, Transforming Communities, which is aligned to ICOM's international theme, The Future of Museums in a Rapidly Changing Community. These themes reinforce our national development goals, the Vision 2040 and NDP 3, by highlighting the role of innovation and heritage in national sustainable development. The strategy defines our direction with a vision, a nation proud of its historical identity and cultural heritage. The mission, to protect, conserve and promote Uganda's cultural heritage for identity, tourism and economic transformation. And the goal is to conserve heritage resources for present and future generations. Uganda's rich and diverse heritage can be harnessed for cultural tourism, creation of jobs, and reduction of poverty. We call on all citizens to protect and promote our cultural assets as public property for development. Through outreach programs linked to the national curriculum, we are using museum spaces to enrich learning experiences for pupils and students at all levels. This year's celebration highlights the unique heritage of the Kigezi region, its food, dances, and history, while promoting cultural tourism. Over the past 2 days, tourism ambassadors by the names Gorola Moses, Beth Famaika, Gabi Ntatwe, and Pastor Twina Hubbard have led awareness visits across the region. We thank them for championing domestic tourism. Honorable Chief Guest, the Museums and Monuments Act 2023, also known as CAP 149, supports education and research. Our department is collaborating with the Uganda National Council for Science and Technology to ensure heritage-related research follows international law. Documenting and preserving our heritage is essential in these rapidly changing times. As I conclude, I reaffirm the ministry's commitment to developing and promoting Uganda's museums and heritage sites. I also thank all those who have made this celebration a success, including Kabale Municipality for their dedicated support, the National Organizing Committee and partners, the different museums, among others, including Parliamentary Museum, Bank of Uganda, Uganda Revenue Authority Museum, Uganda Police Authority Museum, Uganda Broadcasting Corporation, Rose Cultural Foundation of Uganda, Ukoma, Usaga, UWEC and Uganda Wildlife Authority, Semaguru Museum, Igongo Museum, Uganda Printing and Publishing Corporation Museum, Emoti Museum, ICOM, Uganda chapter, and our ministry staff, among others. Let us all take pride in our heritage and preserve it for education, tourism, and the well-being of the future generation. I thank you very much, chief guests and everybody here, for God and my country.
The Honorable cannot retire this and Honorable Mugara. Clap for. You see, what you see has been a result of their able leadership and interfacing with the committee in ensuring that at least the source for funds. As we have speech of the permanent secretary. Quite a lot has been done. This museum is a very important attraction and an economic asset, educational platform. So the people of Kabale and Uganda indeed must visit. As the president is giving us PDM, we should be able to discuss such museums and have good time so that we can be motivated to work harder. The museums are also generating jobs. They are fostering research and a source of attraction to tourism. This is very key. And of course, we are building our national pride as Uganda. So that's very important, ladies and gentlemen. So government has prioritized the tourism as one of the key sectors. And as you might have heard, His Excellency the President is cognizant of this fact and trying to move the economy tenfold. $1 million United States, 500 United States. That's very key. We need to follow the examples of other economies where museums have become a very key attraction, namely South Africa, Egypt, Morocco, and economies like Jamaica. So the people of Kabale, our preoccupation should be advertising these museums internationally so that at least people can know we have an important aspect here. And as a workers' member of parliament, I envisage that this museum will offer dignified employment to Ugandans. The number of sectors, people with lodges, people with hotel facilities, all these are opportunities. I must mention that opportunities are very shabby. When you see opportunity, it puts on an overall, and you may think it's a shamba boy. By the time you realize it was opportunity, it will be God. So members, the community prioritize this museum, own asset, and ensure that them direction to ensure that it becomes more habitable and to international standards. For most of the members of the committee, it's a political season. Bear with us, but at least we are ably represented. Having said that, I want to thank all the people who have actually been able to come here to officiate at this very important occasion. Allow me to invite my colleague, the Vice Chairman, NRM Parliamentary Caucus, a permanent member of the committee, and is actually
our beauty queens, Queen Bianca, nice seeing you. The media, all protocol observed. My work today is very simple, is to talk about these accolades. And Honorable Minister, we've talked about culture. For this region, 14 schools participated in the competitions, in the school quiz, and 4 secondary schools participated in the event. And so we appreciate the teachers, we appreciate the learners who participated in this. Honorable Minister, allow me also Allow me also appreciate Miss Tourism Uganda. They have been planting trees for purposes of preservation and commemorating International Museums Day 2025. Honorable Minister, also allow me appreciate our agencies. We have UHTTI, we have UWA, UTB. They have all made it possible, given us financial and other equipments to make sure that we have a successful event. On that note, allow me, Honorable, invite you to come and give these trophies to these people who emerged winners. I'll also invite these participants out of the 14 primary schools. We have the Kabale Quality Primary School as winner of 2025 quiz. Kabale Quality Primary School.
Persons, ministry staff, led by the distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I want to first of all thank the exhibitors for taking time and for being able to exhibit and showcasing what museums is all about. I want to thank them. I also want to bring apologies from some of your leaders in Kabale and Chigezi. You very well know that there is a function going on at one of the churches, and the chief guest there representing the president is Her Excellency, the Vice President. That is why some of your leaders are not here, including Honorable David Bahati and all the others. If they conclude early, maybe they will get us, but I thought I would extend their apologies. It is my honor to officiate the International Museum Day, and I want to congratulate the Ministry of Tourism and the leadership of Kabale Municipality for putting this together. World over, and I think we should clap for Kabale leadership. World over, the theme for this year's museum celebrations is the future of museums in rapidly changing communities, evolving into more dynamic, engaging spaces that serve as community hubs rather than just repositories of art. This entails adopting advancements, encouraging teamwork, and emphasizing inclusive narratives to engage with a variety of audiences. Museums must adjust to changing society demands, protect intangible cultural heritage, and leverage the potential of young people and emerging technologies. This year's theme resonates with the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development under Sustainable Development Goal 8. Museums support local communities by creating employment opportunities and offering educational programs that empower communities. SDG 9, by fostering creativity and embracing technological advancement, museums drive innovation and enhance accessibility. SDG 11, museums contribute to sustainable urban development by acting as cultural hubs that promote inclusion, resilience, and heritage preservation. It focuses on how museums can navigate and contribute to a world undergoing profound social, technological, and environmental shifts. This day pushes for a more conscious, sustainable, and inclusive world. Museums are recognized as enablers in enhancements of scientific research and innovation, which is achieved through educational programs, exhibitions, and community outreaches. The celebrations further present an opportunity for the Ministry of Tourism, Wildlife, and Antiquities to mobilize the citizens of Uganda, use museums, innovation, and harnessing cultural tourism for poverty reduction in our communities. Cognizant that involving community conservation efforts ensures that cultural practices are sustained across generations. However, urbanization and globalization present significant challenges, often leading to the erosion of cultural heritage. And I think this year's theme was thoughtful, since it is our responsibility to create awareness in the current rapidly changing environment. We're also aware that technology is here to stay, and we must all encourage our children adopt to better use of technology than misuse. We should rather use technology to advance our thoughts and cultural values. The lack of public awareness and engagement further worsens our disconnect with the future generations. I am glad that Uganda adopted a curriculum which includes learning from our past. This is why this year's theme underscores the pivotal role of museums in providing a holistic educational experience. It indeed resonates powerfully with the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development, a global initiative under Sustainable Development Goal SDG 4.7, which focuses on ensuring that all learners acquire the knowledge and skills needed to promote sustainable development, on enhancing research and innovation. One principle of the Museums and Monuments Act of 2023 is to promote and guide public-private partnership in conservation of culture and natural heritage resources of Uganda. Government is committed to partner with the private sector to take advantage of this untapped tourism potential based on iconic heritage sites within our villages or parishes. For instance, I encourage the local communities to develop handcrafts unique to their clans or to be sold at these heritage tourist sites. I'm reliably informed that here in Kabale you have several of those from Lake Bunyonyi and all these others. And Kabale contributes a significant number of people visiting our tourism sites across the country. And that is why, for instance, Lake Bunyonyi is projected to have around 60,000 visitors ending this year, 2025. And I want to thank the people in Kabale who have invested heavily. And also make our commitment, because when Engineer Batema was speaking, he spoke to the challenges of infrastructure that we have. I know for a fact that there is a contractor who is going to start working on these roads, both in the Bwindi Mugahinga area and around Lake Bunyonyi. That is information I have. So it's just a matter of time and shows our commitment as government to developing most of these sites. According to the statistics, in 2024, tourism alone brought in 1.3 million international visitors, and the museums department, interestingly, of course now it's a bit close, we are doing renovations, but our last figures of 2023, the museums had around 131,000 people visiting the museums, which was double from the around 65,000 that they had in 2022. So I want to thank the museums department for the job well done, and the Ugandans that have increasingly picked interest in visiting most of these sites or museums. This growth affirms that museums are not just cultural centers, but also increasingly important components of Uganda's tourism economy, contributing to both revenue generation and public education. These figures underscore the urgent need to further invest in museum infrastructure, digitization, and community engagement, especially in regions rich in cultural heritage like Kigezi region. According to the Museums and Monuments Strategy 2023-2024, 2029-2030, the government of Uganda, through the Ministry of Tourism, Wildlife and Antiquities, has planned to construct museums in all regions of Uganda by 2030. This is because museums are education laboratories. With the current education curriculum, primary school children and students from secondary and tertiary institutions must visit museums as part of the requirements to attain their learning objectives. It is against this background that the government of Uganda deliberately seeks to to bring such services closer to the communities. The government has now prioritized the development of supportive infrastructure to catalyze investment into the development of these sites. In terms of cultural heritage conservation, government has plans to develop roadside infrastructure that include, and the PS spoke to this, equator points and museums in all regions of this country and heritage resources. The ministry is in the process of verifying the second schedule of historical sites with significant value to Uganda. And I want to encourage, I've seen the mayor here, to encourage the local leadership to work with our department so that the sites that were not captured in the second schedule can be captured in this schedule. I also therefore call upon the private sector players in the development of the untapped tourism region around Mugahinga, Bwindi, and other places within Kigezi region. Kigezi is blessed to be the home of our mountain gorillas, which are found in various countries in the world. And of course, last year we had around 51,000 tourists visiting the Bwindi Mugahinga protected area. And with it, of course, came a lot of revenue that we shared with the community. Under the Act, 20% of the monies we generate go into the communities neighboring the park. So we dispensed, I think, around 1.4 billion last year, those districts, to the 3 districts neighboring the park. And I want to thank the people of Kigezi for being our front defense in protecting these resources. The improvement of connectivity through the development of tourism roads, the revival of the national carrier, Uganda Airlines, the conservation of our heritage, as well as the promotion and showcasing of the potential of museums, will diversify Uganda's tourism offerings, thus accelerating the national socio-economic growth. I hereby reiterate that the development of museums is a firm foundation for the dissemination of skills, knowledge, and information inherited from our great-grandparents. In the advancement of civilization and technological innovation, such as herbal medicine, architecture, and creative and performing arts, which were used to solve societal problems, promote cultural tourism, and empowerment of citizens to live in harmony. I want to be invested in this subsector. For instance, the Igongo Museum, Semagulu Museum, Kakongolo Museum, among very many others. It is our hope that this colorful celebration today will give all cultural heritage actors and stakeholders in Kigezi sub-region an opportunity to rethink cultural heritage tourism through the conservation of sustainable development and promotion of cultural heritage resources. This is because it has an opportunity to promote domestic tourism in the Western region as a whole, and thus position the local communities to earn more income, and of course also showcase the tourism potential of this area. As I conclude, fellow countrymen, the museums in this country should be epicenters of showcasing our unique and priceless cultural heritage, memory, diversity, inclusivity, and socio-economic transformation, as well as education and research. Both the national and international teams have expounded the roles of museums in the modernization of our society. Before I conclude, as you've heard the Honorable Byakatonda say, our chief guest today was supposed to be the Deputy Speaker, who got an abrupt engagement, an assignment from His Excellency, and he didn't make it here. On the same note, our Minister, the Honorable Colonel Retired Tom Butime, is hosting His Excellency the President in his region. That's why he has not been able to be here with us. But also tell the people of Kabale that there is a bigger team from the Ministry of Tourism. I think they've been here since yesterday, that have been exploring Kigezi. And they've come in a big number, maybe I think around 500 people, including influencers, including all manner of people, to shed some light on the beauty that Kigezi has. And I know that most of these sites are going to be trending because of the people that will be visiting, taking these pictures and sharing. And I want to thank our influencers. I wish you can just stand up. The influencers that are here with us, I see Fik Famaika, I see Gabi, I see, please, Pastor is here. I think let's clap for them. Let's clap for them. Yeah. If Gabi or Fik or the pastor go to Bunyonyi and share the beauty with the big following they have, definitely that sends a message of the beauty that Kabale has. And I understand that today there is going to be a very big concert here, and it is, please, all of you come, and we'll also use the opportunity to showcase the potential of this region. With those few remarks, I want to congratulate the winners, the students that won the various schools, and those that didn't win, work better next time so that you can also get the accolades. I want to thank my colleague members of Parliament. Thank you so much for taking time off, and also to thank the Committee of Tourism and Trade for the continuous support to this sector. We don't take this lightly. We thank you, and please pass on the message to the rest of your colleagues. I want to thank our technical staff, led by the PS, but also the Commissioner in charge of the Museums Department. And let's clap for her, because our own, this department has transformed a lot. I was just showing you how the numbers are doubling. And I want to thank her and our whole team for the job well done. With those few remarks, I wish you a wonderful afternoon. And please, if you are a local of Kabale, take some time off, go to any tourism site in your area, whether it is Lake Mutanda, take a beautiful picture and share so that people can know that Chigezi is one of the most beautiful regions in this country. Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
And he's the tourism officer and this one is Sorome, is a conservator, a curator in charge of Kabale Museum. And this one is Mtwago, RPC. That you're officiating today, and he will tell us that it was first, the artifacts were first collected in 1978. And
formerly it was just in a temple, Hindu temple in town. And when these Asians came back, they repossessed it, and they had to look for land here from the town council, and then the money to get this land, and then put us land. Otherwise, originally it was in a Hindu temple. Then the town.
yes, this is Ministry of Tourism.
It is Ministry of Tourism.
Yes. And we have the CEO.
So I want to take the opportunity to officially open the Kabale Regional Museum.
So we can have few people enter, others will enter later. Then
First, then so many visitors they are written here, so not many because it wasn't open officially. Okay. So do you have a plan of marketing it? Very much.
plan of marketing.
Commission.
Yes, we have. That's why we have opened it on a day like this. Even the local districts, they help us here.
We have a unique work for Machida here in Kabale.
Maybe we continue here. Walking with two legs. Walking on two legs started because so this is where I will have the small stools, and that is when we have the human being starting using the what? The speed as forms the iron edge. And so that's the reason. Yes, no, this one is yes. This mineral is in Kabale, the rest is Kabale. For the iron ore, which is here, which is there on
So this is a unique work of our chickens. The iron is the iron is prepared like this one, and then this one. You just bump in the air, and then they hit that here.
Of course, we are showing this one where we are what we call smithing. We have the smelting and the smith. So this room, what we call a room, is stone here. Even the other stuff is an outcome of smelting. So it's after smithing. Here in the museum, we can only talk about smithing because it's after smithing that we get the byproducts, the spears, of course, that's what we are saying with the secondary education. They are studying this, so that's what we are providing for in the museum.
So they get iron from
they get, now this is, you get optale is iron. Okay. Smelts, you get a what we call a broom. Now a broom is a very big metal that is not yet, which is this one. Yes. So it's from this one that now you then you shape it. Then you get the other thing. Yes, yes, yes. So maybe these are things that are, no, this one I have this. We can estimate when we excavate and we get chunk. Yeah, so basically here we are showing about work, but maybe before it goes.
So this is very important. This is the
So maybe here we just want to engage the young ones. So shall we put in the other video showing how. And so if you can, I don't see but this is what they were using to burn the hair. Our hair.
So when I place him here, there's a process of making it so it's not a matter of just is a way they just make it so that the program is smoother. Now, this material is used for making the glue.
And that's why we have left it to be transparent. See it from both
yangesinga kamera y'obbeeyi bamanyi nga wali amasimu agabbeeyi agasinga kamera omanyi kamera esanze nayamba anekuyaga kifanya
sinaba najjiraba nako ndi mu museum omunda